This is FYI News 13, brought to you by SSPTV and the Hazleton Standard Speaker.
For your information, we'll tell you how you can help local firefighters when winter weather strikes. Hola friends, and thank you for watching. We'll get to the local information, but first I want to remind you that you can watch FYI in HD at SSPTV.com and on Service Electric Cablevision channel 513. Now to our information from FYI and the Hazleton Standard Speaker. Will Attorney General Kathleen Kane be removed from office? The House Judiciary Committee announced today that it will consider impeachment hearings against Kane. The announcement comes one day before a Senate panel is scheduled to release its own report on whether Kane should be removed from office. Kane has been charged with perjury and has had her law license suspended. A Pottsville man died after fire struck his home early this morning. The call came in just before 3 a.m. According to the Republican Herald, the man was found in his second-floor apartment at 324 East Norwegian Street. The victim has been identified as 59-year-old Thomas Maurice Howard. A tenant on the first floor noticed the flames and called 911. Now to an update on a weekend fire in McAdoo where a man was rescued and revived. McAdoo Fire Chief Robert Leshko told our media partner, the Standard Speaker, that the 72-year-old man was transferred yesterday to the burn unit at Lehigh Valley Hospital, Cedar Crest. Firefighters found the man unconscious Saturday afternoon when fire struck his apartment building on North Blaine Street. Residents in 4 other apartments were being housed in hotels by the Red Cross, but now need to find their own housing. A state police fire marshal has ruled the fire as accidental. Remnants from Saturday's snowstorm are still posing driving hazards in our area, and while you may have trouble maneuvering around the snow piles with your car, imagine what it must be like to drive a fire truck through the same streets. Patrice Veet is a fire police lieutenant with the Beaver Meadows Volunteer Fire Company. She says cooperation is key.
We need our fire hydrants cleared by residents if possible. They have to be 3 feet around so we can get in there, get our equipment plugged to the fire hydrants, and if they're not, it makes it a lot harder for our guys, more chance of them getting hurt, more chance of taking time to clear out an area so they can get there to get to the fire. So we would appreciate the help of any resident or anyone that can help us out by clearing the fire hydrants for us.
And stay out of the way as well. Pull over and let the fire trucks do their duty.
Yes, we have a lot of people that want to be come and see what's going on, but it also hinders us an awful lot trying to get fire companies in, or if you're behind one, get out of the way because we have more people that are coming and they need to be able to get close so we can get them to where they need to be to help us. And if someone else is in the way, it hinders too much for us.
Her advice applies to residents in all communities in our area, so be sure firefighters can get at hydrants and help them arrive at their next call without any interruption. The Cunningham Zoning Hearing Board meeting scheduled for tonight has been postponed. The board was expected to meet tonight to hear a request for a variance to build a Dollar General store at the corner of Route 93 and Woodland Drive. The hearing will now take place on February 18th at 7:30 p.m. Every January, National School Choice Week shines a positive spotlight on effective education options for every child. Today, our Janine Mazurkevich stopped by one school in our area that is taking part in the celebration.
National School Choice Week is a week that's been designated to congratulate and celebrate the fact that we have many parents who have chosen private school, in many cases at a disadvantage to their families, but choose that as their education source rather than the public system.
Okay. Looking at the private system here at Holy Family Academy, what does that offer to a student and their parents?
Holy Family Academy offers not only academic excellence, because certainly our teachers do a great job with the academic subjects, but we also offer the religious side of family values. Students are taught religion on a daily basis here. We offer a home atmosphere, a family atmosphere for students. It's amazing the number of students that come in the morning smiling and saying hello and good morning, and it's almost like, I'm sure, families that have kids at home, they get up in the morning, they go down and have their breakfast, say good morning, you know, the kisses and things come from their family members as they're dropping them off in front. So it's a relaxed atmosphere, but it's also a structured atmosphere. We try and allow our students to grow at their own pace, but also to try and help them to mature at an early pace so that we can help them to achieve all that they can achieve.
Also, you have that small classroom size, which really benefits the student.
We do. Our largest classes are 25 or 26. Our average class size throughout the building is 19. So it is a smaller atmosphere. Students that need extra help with academics or sometimes with just personal kinds of things that they're going through or their families are going through have the opportunity to get individualized help.
Okay. You also offer some extracurricular activities, and you also offer Spanish after school.
Absolutely. We have Spanish class that meets every Thursday after school, and it's taught by volunteers, friends of us here at Holy Family Academy that are offering their time. The kids have a wonderful time. They're smiling, they're happy, they're singing the songs all during the week, and so on that they're learning in Spanish class. We do offer bowling for all grades from 1st through 8th grade. The younger students meet at Bowl Arena on Monday nights, and the older students, the 5th through 8th graders, meet on Friday nights. We do have PIAA athletics, cross country, track and field in the spring will be coming up. Basketball is going on now for both boys and girls. So we try and offer a balanced group of activities for students to be involved with. Also, our community service is a big part of what we do here at Holy Family Academy, and our students are involved with many local organizations, helping with things from canned food drives to caroling at nursing homes and things like that. So we try and offer a balanced, well-rounded group of activities for our students.
Okay. Now, we had some fun here today.
We did.
We did. Tell us about that.
We did. We had a little celebration in honor of National School Choice Week, and thank you very much for donating your time to come in. Usually we're not rude and interrupt like that, but we had an assembly program where Mrs. Mazurkiewicz came in and read a story to our kids, and we were able to give away some items that we've gathered over the last couple of months to our students. So we had a little bit of dancing fun and a little bit of music playing and so on, but it was a great time.
Thanks again for having us here, and we'll be seeing you for Catholic Schools Week as well.
Thank you very much.
All right, we'll send it back to you in the studio.
I like Janine's sliding dance move. I'll have to ask her what that's called there. Well, coming up next on FYI, another segment featuring Brandon's Forever Home. It's all about how you can help kids in the foster system in our area. And during sports, we'll chat with national champion golfer Katie Boehnert from Penn State Hazleton.
This is FYI News 13, brought to you by SSPTV and the Hazleton Standard Speaker.
Pleased to welcome back Lori O'Gurkis, one of the co-founders of Brandon's Forever Home. And we wanted to talk, Lori, about, I know at the Christmas time there were collections for the children of the Brandon's Forever Home looking for their forever home, but there's a need all year round, not just at Christmas time. So tell us about some of the items that maybe our viewers could help you out with.
We really have a big teen population, and just like any teenager, they want to fit in, they want to look the part, they want to be primped and made to feel like they're as beautiful or as handsome as can be. So what really goes, and it's hard to come by, are the items such as cologne, perfume, lotions, makeup.
Health and beauty aids they need.
Health and beauty. It goes so fast, and to them it's extremely expensive. And if anybody could really, through the generosity of their heart this February, really think about when you go out and you're going to get yours, pick up one extra and drop it off at Brandon's. We're there every Saturday from 9 to noon. If you haven't seen the house yet, please come in. I'm there every Saturday myself, receiving people, giving tours, letting people learn about why it's important that we step up and help the children in our community who through no fault of their own are in child welfare, in the child welfare system.
And if people maybe can't do that or can't get out to do that, maybe they do come for pizza. And we are here at Frankie's Pizzeria and Restaurant in Hazleton. And there's a special going on, heart-shaped pizzas from February 5th, the following Fridays in February, that you come in, and a portion of the proceeds goes to Brandon's Forever Home.
Portion of the proceeds will go to Brandon's Forever Home for every pizza, plain heart pizza ordered in February on a Friday. $2 will go towards Brandon's. In addition, I'll be here every Friday at lunchtime. I'm going to be bringing my daughter, who is going to be adopted at the age of 21 on February 17th. So we're going to be here to speak about why we think it's important, how you can get involved, and look at some of our children who are available and waiting and or need mentors in our community who really deserve so much more.
Absolutely, well said. If you would like to help out, you can drop off the items that Lori referred to. If you can't do that, come on in and get some great pizza, heart-shaped pizza from February 5th, all the Fridays in February, to come down here, and a portion of the proceeds will benefit the children in need of a forever home.
Time now for FYI News 13 weather.
It did warm up today, but before the warmer temperatures, there was some freezing rain and slick conditions this morning. Now here's our forecast from the National Weather Service. Tonight, there's a chance of rain showers, possibly mixing with snow after 9 p.m. and then gradually ending. We'll have a mostly cloudy night with a low of 27 degrees. Little or no snow accumulation is expected. And now to the 4-day outlook. Wednesday looks partly sunny with a high near 31 degrees. Wednesday night will be partly cloudy. We'll get down into the upper teens. And then on Thursday, mostly sunny with a high near 30. Thursday night, mostly cloudy with a low around 22. Friday, there is a chance of flurries after 8 a.m. We'll have a high of 31 degrees. Friday night, a chance of flurries again before 8 p.m. Partly cloudy with a low of 18. And then on Saturday, partly sunny, will be in the lower 30s. And then Saturday night, a chance of flurries after 8 p.m. Mostly cloudy with a low around 28 degrees. And tonight's forecast is brought to you by 924 Landscape Supply on Route 924, serving the greater Hazleton area. For firewood, snow plowing and removal, call Adam Davidic at 570-401-6464. And now our midday winning lottery numbers on FYI. Pick 2, 24, pick 3, 316, pick 4, 1634, and pick 5, 05968. We have a story with a national champion and more postponements in sports. But first, before we go to break, here's another Law Talk.
We received a viewer question, and the viewer asks, who handles the estate if there is no will?
Very legitimate question. It happens quite frequently. A lot of people that we see, they be middle-aged or even kind of like myself, heading into the senior category, and they don't have a will. And of course, we can't predict when we're going to die, so it's not unlikely for someone to die without a will. Well, what happens if you have property and that property's in your name and you haven't set forth in a will who you want to get that property? What happens to that property? How is it, in the eyes of the law, administered? Well, it's administered under the Pennsylvania Fiduciary and Estate Code. It's called intestate. Intestate means that you don't have a will. And the code also provides that someone, a family member, spouse, brother, sister, cousin, someone has to be appointed by the court to transition that property to where it belongs once you pass away. And that can only be done by what we call a citation. And that citation has to be brought to the Register of Wills. The person seeking to administer the estate has to ask the Register of Wills to appoint them as the administrator of the estate. And they have to give notice of that meeting with the Register of Wills to other relatives, creditors, who may have a right under the fiduciary code to be administered and administer the estate. More often than not, it's a relative. More often than not, nobody objects. But that is a step that is necessary when there is no will designating an executor. If there's an executor named in a will, it's much easier. You take the will up, take the named executor, you get sworn in, and you start administering the estate from there. Without a will, You have to go through the citation process to have someone appointed. But effectively, once that's done, it's no different than having an executor in a will.
This is FYI News 13 Sports.
During my freshman year of college, I played in a championship game for Penn State football. I was a wide receiver in Penn State Hazelton's flag football championship. We lost, but then I housed 24 wings at Damon, so take that. Katie Baynard has me beat. She actually won a national championship her freshman year, and she has her own banner in the gym to prove it. Freshman year of college can be a bit overwhelming. You may find yourself sitting in the wrong class or wondering how the format works at the United States Collegiate Athletic Association's Golf National Championships. The latter is a less common problem, but it's one that Katie Baynard faced. Like any successful freshman, Baynard walked bravely into the unknown. Her plan was to focus on her team and try to keep pace with the one familiar female face she saw, Christy Haynes from Penn State Du Bois.
There wasn't really a focus on the individuals going into the second day. We were mainly worried about the team competition because we knew we had a chance at it. Mainly it was up against Christy from Du Bois, who I played with all season. She's really nice. And I didn't play with her the first day or anything, but then we got paired together the second day. And then it kind of started to hit me how close we were. But I didn't really think about the individual competition at all because I was pulling for the team, trying to shoot a good score for them.
It turns out that was a great strategy. Katie and Christy were both at the top of the women's leaderboard heading into the final day of competition. Katie birdied 2 par 5s and finished 2 strokes ahead of Christy in the end. But we're getting ahead of ourselves. The Penn State Hazelton team ended up 11th in the nation and 3rd in the Penn State University Athletic Conference. Baynard called her mom to tell her that the team came up just a little bit short at Penn State's blue course in State College. Then after finding out more information that evening from her coach Jason Martonic, Baynard made another call to her mother.
Well, at first I wasn't sure what she was talking about because she had just told me they had come in 3rd. And I was like, what do you mean you won? And she said they had a girls division or the women's division, and I won the women's division. And I was like, oh my God. So it was very exciting.
On a course the Penn State Hazelton team calls the Blue Devil, Baynard had her ups and downs on her way to the first national championship in Penn State Hazelton's history.
I was having a pretty tough couple of string of shots going into the par 5, and I remember he said about it in the paper, but I chipped in for birdie, and I was like, oh, thank God, I didn't have to putt. It was great. That was definitely the best moment.
What was your worst moment at the tournament? I know as a golfer there has to be some of those as well.
There were a couple of rough par 4s. There was this one where I had just talked to the coach the par 3 before that, and he goes, whatever you do, don't put it in the hazard. I go, okay. So instead of driving it, I hit a nice pitch-up shot, and then I was going to hit it on in 2, and I put it straight into the hazard. It was awful.
Baynard can look back and laugh at that shot that ended up in a hazard now that she has her own banner hanging in the Dr. Thomas M. Cassice Gymnasium at Penn State Hazelton. But after getting to know her a little bit, something tells me she would have laughed it off anyway, even without a banner. Baynard seems pretty laid back, and that can obviously pay off on a golf course. So maybe she could thank her personality for her success. Maybe she could thank her brother, or maybe she can thank whatever golf cart company her local golf course used while she was growing up. Do you remember her growing up and playing, and when was it like, okay, she's pretty good at this?
She has an older brother who played from the time he was like 3 years old and up, and she really wasn't interested in playing golf. She liked riding along in the golf cart, and that was pretty much it. She'd play a hole and go, nah, I'm done. So until she was about 12 years old, and when she turned 12, she decided she wanted to be a part of our little local league that we have. And she started playing in the kids' league there, and she started to win some, and then it was like all of a sudden she was excited.
Freshman year can be overwhelming, or not. Katie Baynard seems to have everything under control. Congratulations to Katie there. Now our FYI standard speaker scoreboard. The Lady Cougars had some foul trouble, but still were able to avenge their only conference loss of the season by beating Dallas the second time around. Mackenzie Uri had 29 points for the Big HA, and Kendra File had 10. Next up, the Lady Cougars face Wyoming Valley West on the road on Thursday. The North Schuylkill boys, they beat Lehighton in a Schuylkill League Division I basketball contest. Kevin Murray tossed in 20 points for the Spartans. We have more postponements tonight. Monterey area was scheduled to play Marion and girls basketball, but they will now play that one in hometown on Thursday. The Swimming Bears will host Pottsville at home on Wednesday. Tamaulipa's girls basketball game at Pottsville will now be played tomorrow, and their home swimming meet at Blue Mountain against Blue Mountain has been scheduled to February 8th. The Shenandoah girls basketball game against Minersville will be played in Shenandoah on February 3rd. Well, that's about it for tonight. I said about because we'll wrap up the news after the social report. Happy Wing Night! It's Wing Night at Bottlenecks. Get $2 off your order of wings or all-you-can-eat wings and boneless wings for only $14.95. Bottlenecks wings are voted best wings in the area year after year.
Good evening, everyone, and here's tonight's Talk of the Town report. One quick announcement for this evening. Luzerne County Head Start is accepting applications in Luzerne and Wyoming counties for a range of comprehensive programs for children from birth to age 5 and also pregnant women. All program options are offered free of charge for those who qualify. For more info, just call 570-829-6231. That's tonight's Talk of the Town. News 13 would like to send sincere condolences to the family and friends of these recently departed. Blanche Z. Lewis of West Hazelton. Mass is Thursday at 10 a.m. in the Holy Name of Jesus Parish at the Transfiguration Church. Viewing is from 9 to 10 a.m. at the church. The Hillary J. Bonin Funeral Home is assisting the family. Laura Irene Lutz Roberts. Arrangements will be announced by the Butler Chapel of the Cropton Hughes Funeral Home. Edna M. Karnowski of Freeland. Services are Friday at 11 a.m. in the St. Luke's Lutheran Church. Friends may call Friday from 10 to 11 a.m. The McHugh Wilczek Funeral Home is in charge of arrangements. Stephen G. Hentosh of Drums. Arrangements are under the direction of the Frank J. Bonin Funeral Home. Catherine J. Sager of Hazelton. The Furrow Funeral Home is in charge of arrangements. The Reverend Deacon Michael I. Pataki, formerly of Cunningham. Funeral is Thursday at 11 a.m. from the St. Peter and Paul Byzantine Catholic Church in Beaver Meadows. Friends may call at the church Wednesday from 5 to 8 p.m. Arrangements are under the direction of the Frank J. Bonin Funeral Home. Agatina Scarlato of McAdoo. Funeral is Thursday at 10:30 a.m. from the Damiano Funeral Home. Friends may call Thursday from 9 to 10:30 a.m. And Margaret Y. Damiano of Hazelton. Arrangements will be announced by the Joseph A. Moran Funeral Home. Attention pay-per-view subscribers, if you see your name now on News 13, you'll have 13 minutes to call in and win a free movie from Service Electric Cablevision. Our winner tonight is Ann Rupert of Claire's, and if you're watching, give us a call, 570-455-7267, extension 104.
Hey golfers, have we got the perfect vacation spot for you? Myrtle Beach. Signature Golf Packages builds and reserves the finest and most reasonably priced Myrtle Beach vacations. From scheduling your golf tee times to making your hotel accommodations. Oceanfront to golf course villas. Mark Passon, a Hazelton native, has been doing this for 10 years. Expect excellent customer service, local knowledge of all the courses, and the best golf vacation of a lifetime. Call now to learn all of the specials that Signature Golf Packages can offer you or your group. 866-462-9885 or book now at signaturegolfpackages.com.
Any weather-related announcements we receive, we'll post on our Facebook page at facebook.com/FYI News 13. You can also find breaking news there and also bonuses from some of our stories. That's it for tonight. We'll see you again tomorrow. Take it easy, everyone.
Hey golfers, have we got the perfect vacation spot for you? Myrtle Beach. Signature Golf Packages builds and reserves the finest and most reasonably priced Myrtle Beach vacations. From scheduling your golf tee times to making your hotel accommodations. Oceanfront to golf course villas. Mark Passon, a Hazelton native, has been doing this for 10 years. Expect excellent customer service, local knowledge of all the courses, and the best golf vacation of a lifetime. Call now to learn all of the specials that Signature Golf Packages can offer you or your group. 866-462-9885 or book now at signaturegolfpackages.com.